Hi, this is Cheryl for Bears Pampered Stampers. I'm back again with more new products. What I'm going to show you first doesn't look like new. It's one of the Karen or Karen, whichever way you say it, Brush Marker Pros. As you know, she's had the individual markers in the shop for a while. You can buy separate colors, pick your own sets, that sort of thing. But she's now got some sets in the store. So it makes selection a little easy if you're kind of on the fence about what you want to get. This box, it's not huge, but unfortunately I don't have a lot of camera area to use here. This is just the way it goes, unfortunately. I know a lot of you suggested some different ways of doing things, but it doesn't work that way in video world. In any event, back to the brush markers. This is a set of 26 plus one blender. So you've got some basic colors, a blender marker. This one's sealed up, and that's the way we like to buy them, right? We don't like things that are open and shuffled through. I don't want to open it up on camera because she's got one open in the store. So if you're interested in this set, go to the store. She'll show you exactly what's there. They stand up very neatly in the box, just like this. So the box has got a magnetic closure. It swings open. You just lift the lid back, use your markers, and then everything goes back in here for easy storage. You do want to keep your markers up like this to keep them from potentially draining out. In my experience, they haven't really done that. But do you really want to tempt fate on this? I just keep them stored like they're supposed to be stored, which is like this, with no problem. If you're not quite sure you want to commit to a set of 26, she's got some smaller sets in store. First one I'm going to show you is the 11 basic colors plus a blender. So you can kind of see them hanging out in there. It's a good color assortment. They do come in these plastic boxes. The plastic boxes can slide together. And so instead of having 2 or 3 or 4 potentially plastic boxes hanging around, you could put them together and store them in a little more compact space. But this is the basic color set. It also comes with a blender. I know people are divided over whether you really need a blender or not. I do recommend it. Watch for a video tutorial I'll do in the next couple of weeks that will show you some basic ways of using the marker. But for those of you that had the chameleon markers or have the chameleon markers and are familiar with the tip-to-tip blending techniques that they use, you can use the blender here with any of the brush markers in the box to create that gradient blending like we do with the chameleons. So keep that in mind. There's also other uses for a blender. This set is called Sun and Tree Colors. So you have some yellows and oranges, lots of pretty greens, browns, that sort of thing. I think this is the best shot of the colors, so I'm trying to keep it there for you. It's just really hard to show these. But you can take a look at those again in store and you can kind of see the colors that are available there. This is called skin color. So if you do a lot of coloring of people or little dolls or something like that, this should give you a full set of the colors that you need to do skins appropriately and little blush details. It looks like there's peach and soft peach in there perhaps, and that sort of thing. Another nice set. And this one is called Flower Colors, my favorite set, because it's got these bright, pretty colors in it. So there's a few purples, pinks, oranges, a yellow, that sort of thing. Oddly enough, there's not any like greens to do the leaves and that sort of thing. So if you get this set and want to go home and color flowers, you might want to grab a green or two just so that you have that ability to color in your leaves. But again, it's a fun set from Karen. Here's some other new products to the shop. Sorry, I'm having a little landslide in the pile next to me, so let me straighten things out before I go too much further here. First, from Tailored Expressions, we have this set called Gus and Gertie Best Buds. And it's a really, really fun set for a lot of different things. Love you to the moon in the back. You're plain awesome. Thanks for being my ride or die. You are my moon and stars. And we. So lots of fun for Valentine's, but also for birthday, anniversary. I mean, especially the thanks for being my ride or die. Perfect for an anniversary card. So that's from Tailored. I want to say it's not a brand new set, probably just new to the store, but that's all good. Also in the Valentine arena, here's a stencil from Tailored. This one's called Simple Tags Valentine. So you can use this to create some tags, but you can also use it just for the heart stencils. And it's a layered stencil. You've got some bigger hearts on the front stencil, and looking through, you can see smaller hearts and that sort of thing. So it's a nice little versatile stencil. That was also Tailored Expressions from LDRS. At Christmas time, we had a cute die set. Sorry, I'm going to say that again. We had a really cute tag set that would use this die to cut them all at once. And now there's an all occasion or more Valentine-y one that uses the exact same die. So you only need the stamp set. You can cut it with your Christmas die. The sentiment, sealed with a kiss. You are my missing piece. Sealed with love. XOXO. And then, of course, the traditional to and from. Use this die over the top to cut it out, because again, you've got your registration marks here in the corner. That's what these solid corners are telling you, is how to line up your die. So when I bring my die up, I've got the viewfinders there to find those solid notches, and I can cut everything out and it will work the way it should. There's a picture on the back of what those tags look like, or can look like. How darling. Remember, the tag set itself is only going to stamp usually the top and bottom, the kiss, again, the tops, the arrow, the heart, that sort of thing. And then you put in the sentiments that you want. Those aren't implanted here on the tags. So you get a choice. You could take this and you could put happy birthday on it, for example, and have yourself a birthday tag. So don't feel limited by what you see back here. This is just an example of what the set can do for you. Also from LDRS, we've got a great sentiment set. This is called You're Simply the Best. So you've got thinking of you and you're the best as the large sentiments. And then a lot of little things that you can fill in with. I'll always be here for you. You deserve the world. You make the world a better place. You will always and forever be amazing. Those kinds of things. There is a wave ribbon. Oh, I'm sorry. My mouth is not working today. A wave ribbon banner stack that is going to cut out these sentiments. You're going to get the wavy finish, which is really cool. We've got some pictures back here. These actually relate to, I believe, a fall set that went with this as well. But you can see you get that nice wavy sentiment set. Very, very fun. And here's what the main stamp set looks like when it stamps out. Again, this is called You're Simply the Best. Still with LDRS, we've got a set called Joyful Blooms. How pretty are those? And really fun, by the way, to color in with the Brush Marker Pros from Karin. There's a picture on the back of what the stamp set does. Of course, we love our matching dies that go with the set. It's going to get you the beautiful world. Both sentiments actually will cut out with the dies that are included. So that's really a versatility that you don't always get. That's really kind of nice. There is also a stencil set. And I believe this goes with, but let me make sure it's right. Yes, this is also Joyful Blooms. So you can use the layered stencils that are included to color in those stamps. So again, there's my die, but here's my stamp set. Stencil from this to this. Nobody's the wiser. It's gonna be gorgeous. You don't have the stress of coloring, or I honestly think you should try the brush markers because you will really like them. But in any event, this is a 3-piecer, the stamp, die, and stencil. You can also use the stencil and the die together. You're going to get more of a no-line look if you use the stencil without benefit of the stamp. So you may not be as satisfied with the look. We also, from LDRS, we have some stitched background strips. They're both 1/2 inches wide. One is sized for A2 cards. The other is sized for slimline cards. So depending on what you like to do with paper strips, these add the stitching detail, which is so cool. But if you remember the rainbow card that I did with the happy birthday, or the Mary, the red and white, those used 1/2-inch paper strips. Very easy to do with the dies. So consider those. Those are both hanging in the new section at the store. Again, you're going to get those perfectly uniform paper strips. They're going to be 1/2 inch from top to bottom. You don't have to worry about them sliding on the paper trimmer, excuse me. And they have the fun stitching design. So way cool with that. Now we move on to Sunny Studios. Sunny has a lot of fun things. This is a set called Inside Greetings Birthday. Lots of inside the card sentiments for your birthday cards. Live it up on your birthday and all year long. One day isn't enough to celebrate someone as special as you. Hoping the year ahead brings many wonderful new adventures your way. So that's just those 3. There's a whole lot more sentiments on here. So take a look at this. It will help you to change it up on those birthday cards. I know I struggle for inside greetings, so this is going to be a good investment. This die is called Out on a Limb, so it gives you a branch with some leaves. It's the perfect setting for flowers, for birds, for lots of different things. So this is one of those basic standalone dies, one that you'll reach for from time to time. Not necessarily a focal point thing, but that's okay. It's going to support a lot of focal points and make them look a lot better. Another standalone die from Sunny Studio is called Spring Greenery. So we have a lot of nice greens that are appropriate for spring. I love the ferns here and the little branches of leaves and that sort of thing. These are great elements when you're working with your flowers or any number of things. They just add a nice little background touch, that little bit of detail that sets your card apart. So check out the Spring Greenery die. There are 2 sets of hearts. This first one is called, oops, I maybe grabbed them out of order. Let me grab the other one first, because I'm betting this is called Scalloped Heart. Thought it was going to be Stitched Heart 1. So this gives you a nice scalloped heart design. There's 3 different sizes. I think they're all cutting solid hearts. There's not a center cut line on any of these. So even though you see the die is open, your cut is not going to be. It's going to be a solid scalloped heart. And how cool. They have the stitching line inside the scallop. Another nice detail. We don't have pictures on the back. Sorry, that would make it so much easier. This one is called Stitched Heart 2. That's why I thought the other one would be Stitched Heart 1, but not so easy. Again, you have that nice stitch detail on all of these. None of them have an inner cutting line. So they're going to cut a solid heart out. The 2 bigger sizes are going to have inside and outside stitching. So if I cut this biggest one, for example, from paper, it's going to give me a cutout heart with stitched detail right along the edge. But left on the paper that I cut it from, there is also going to be a stitching edge. So you might want to think about what you cut these from. I know a lot of times when I'm die cutting, I try and fit the most of anything on the paper that I possibly can. But with this, I think I would do a plain A2 panel and leave that frame behind with a nice stitching to use for another card at some point in time. So you have some options and flexibility. Again, that will work for this big size as well as for this smaller size here. Both have inside and outside stitching details. And then there's a variety of hearts, pretty small and even smaller yet on the other side. So those are great for adding little detail and that sort of thing. So that's Stitched Heart 2, also from Sunny Studio. Poppy Fields is the next one from Sunny. Very cool layered stamps, and I'm sorry, no pictures again, but they're poppies. It tells you exactly what goes with what by using the numbers 1 and 2. You tell what goes first by use your alphabet. A goes before B and that sort of thing. So you'll stamp these out. They will look very cool. And then ultimately, this is the number of things you can create. So there's three different flowers. One that's kind of face up this way, and the two open-faced ones, this one and this one, are probably the best representation. There's this leaf, and there's a couple of stems. So you see that represented in the dies that you're getting: a longer stem, shorter stem, one leaf, and the 3 different views of the poppies. So very cool set. We need to do a quick demo probably on some easy ways to layer stamp, because it really is pretty easy to do that and to get things lined up, but easiest to show and not talk through, so I'm not even going to try there. But again, these are poppies from Sunny Studio. Next up from Sunny, we also have cherry blossoms. And I think I forgot to pick up the die on this one. I believe there's also a die that goes with this. But again, you have several different flower, one facing up, one kind of upturned, and this is the more bud-like one. You can see the detail in the stamens, leaves. Again, a nice, pretty detail on all of these flowers because they are layered stamping, and they're going to turn out really, really cool. So this is the cherry blossoms from Sunny Studio. Also from Sunny Studio, we have this really cool die cover plate, perfect for Valentine's Day. It's called Bursting Hearts, and you can just see them burst from the center. So you could use some nice center sentiments with this, some of the lawn fawn, ones that go with the shutter cards. There's, I think, there might be a set of Avery L ones, but there's several that are just in that little circular opening type thing that will work with this. Or layer a cut heart over the top of this. Either of the ones that I just showed you in the Sunny Studio sets would look great with the Bursting Hearts background. Very cool. Now on to paper. I'm going to bring you back one more time to the car and brush markers. Again, buy them individually, buy them in the sets that I showed you. This is the paper that they recommend using it with, the Express It Aqua Watercolor Paper. It is white paper, not aqua. Aqua means water. It comes in a package of 25, or Melissa sells individual sheets. If you're just trying it out, grab an individual sheet or two and try that out. See how you like it. See what difference it makes for you, or if you have something you prefer more. But this is a great alternative. Again, she has the 25 count package in the store, or she has individual sheets that you can purchase. Works great with the watercolor markers or anything that's going to be like mixed media where you might have some wet and that sort of thing. For everyday cards, not so much. Watercolor paper is never the best stamping paper. If you're trying to color it with Copics or something like that, you can get the job done. But the truth is, watercolor paper sucks in so much pigment and that sort of thing that you just waste it. So you want to use a better marker cardstock for that. But this is perfect for the watercolor markers, for watercolors, or your watercolor pencils. You can also, by the way, stamp on it very nicely if you're trying to put a stamped image on. Last but by no means least, we've got some new papers into the store. I don't think I showed you this one before, and I apologize if I did. This is a volleyball paper. Lots of different cut-aparts that are volleyball related if you have kids or grandkids in the sport. The other side shows you, you know, just a basic volleyball design. Cheerleader. This one is called Cheer. So there's some cut-aparts for the cheerleaders. I know I showed you some other volleyball and cheer papers a couple of weeks ago, so that's why I'm a little bit concerned that I grabbed these again or forgot to put them away. That happens too. Cute paper on the reverse side. Cheer, Spirit, Go Team. Again, perfect backdrop for cheerleader cards or for scrapbooks. On the other side, got the cute little megaphones. I really am thinking I already showed you all these. I apologize, but I have some new ones at the back, I promise. Again, the cheerleader uniform with the megaphones, Go Team, Loud and Proud, that sort of thing. And this kind of leopard print on the back in green. Now here we go. Some cute little baby boy cut-aparts. These are from Echo Park. Look at how fun those are for a little journal, for a baby book, that sort of thing. Consider doing those little flip books that we did so many of for a while that are just essentially the A2 cards back to back. Melissa can show you a couple of examples of that, but these cards are perfect for that. This is the flip side, so a nice neutral blue tone for anything, but particularly if you're doing something for baby boy. These animals are darling. Also from Echo Park, they're part of a collection called Baby Boy, but there's nothing boy about these animals. They can also be used for little girls. Because we like crocs too, and all lions and all that stuff. And the back is just a nice peach polka dot. These little cut-apart cards, again, are perfect for those little baby journals or the little brag books. You can have a picture at 1 month, 2 month, all the way up through 12 months. So it's fun to take those pictures and see how baby changes over that period of time to fill up a little brag book for grandma, you know, or grandpa. Excuse me, I'm being sexist, but you know, I just think that it's a really nice way of doing things and keeping those pictures flowing and keeping in touch with friends and family members so they see the progress. And some cute little whales on the back. Again, this is part of a collection called Baby Boy, but there's nothing boy about whales. Yeah, we think they're more of a boy animal, but girls like whales too. Come on. Now here's the same set in Baby Girl. So again, you can have those pictures from 1 to 12 months. How cute are these little cards that you could cut apart and stick into a book or a brag book? Too fun. And a lot of little add-ons at the bottom that just generically go for a little girl. We have these cute little swans probably on the back with the flowers. Again, a little bit more girly than the whales were for the boy, but I'm not biased either way, so I think you could use it for either one. This is from their Rockabye Baby collection. So we've got newborn girl, it's a girl, little one, that sort of thing. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Very cute. And the back is this really cool floral. So again, it's on a baby paper, but it doesn't have to be used for babies. It would be a great background for any card. So that's the roundup of new products on the website. Y'all know it's turned colder. We've had our snow a couple of times now and everything else. So if you're needing something, you can't quite get into the store, don't forget to go online and order. You can do that. Melissa can send your order out. She can have it ready for you if you just want to do a quick drive-by pickup. If you're not sure what to order, call the store. Melissa can walk you through whatever it is you're looking for and what she has available for you. So there's lots of ways to shop at Bayer's. Don't forget about that. We like it best when you stop in because it's always fun to see your sweet face. But understandably, weather creates problems for all of us, so you use the option that's best for you. Thanks so much for watching today and hope you have a great day. Bye.